Friends, wait, hold on. I did something a little crazy pants. I went to Dollar Tree specifically to find the ugliest, boldest, cutest, things that don't normally look like, oh, this is Decor and Farmhouse and all of that. To prove to you that you can remake almost anything to look Farmhouse. And so that's what we did. I have 3 things I got from Dollar Tree, and we're going to redo them. And I'm going to put it on a tray for Thanksgiving, and it's going to be awesome. And I hope you love it. Anyways, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Okay, let's get to those transformations. All right, friends, let's redo these Dollar Tree finds. I tried to get some ugly stuff or some overly cute stuff and see if we could do it with a farmhouse flair. So here we have a gourd and a little pumpkin, and I have a squirrel. Adorable, yes, but can we make it farmhouse? I think we can. And I have a metal tray. By the way, I got that at a tag sale, and it was free. So happy. Anyways, and this is the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is Dixie Belle paint. So here I am. I'm using a paintbrush that is a makeup brush, and I have Dixie Belle paint. The color is Dropcloth, and I'm just putting it on the squirrel, getting it in the nooks and crannies by swirling it into like little mini circles. I find that is the best way to do if you have to get into nooks and crannies with painting. That seems to be the fastest and best way so that you don't have a bunch of clumpy, bumpy pieces of paint, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I do this. And I just wanted to highlight, I love me some Dixie Belle paint. Tell me in the comments, are you familiar with Dixie Belle paint? And if you are, do you love it? Do you not like it? Tell me all the things. If you love it, tell me your favorite color, because I am looking to increase my library of Dixie Belle paints. The reason why I like it is because it's super thick, and you can almost do one coat on stuff, and it's fine. It adheres beautifully, and I don't know. I really like it. If you don't like Dixie Belle paint, tell me in the comments, what is your go-to chalk paint that you use? Because again, I am always open to learning new things. So anyways, I just painted this squirrel. Again, I'm just going over it with the off-white color. I wasn't trying to get crazy here. My initial plan was to paint it, and then I was going to sand it after. Okay, so keep that in mind. So anyways, here it is, painted. Love it. Super pretty just like that. But anyways, by the way, the other thing is that the Dixie Belle paint dries super fast. All right, so up to the next one, we have this pumpkin. Again, I was trying to buy some really wild stuff that you wouldn't think would necessarily be able to get a farmhouse feel. And so I'm using the same paint and I'm going over it. This is like a porcelain one. It's very glossy. And I'm going to go over it with the paint. Now, this one, I'll be honest with you, I was like, you know what, we're going to have to do a second coat because you could still see my brush strokes. Could I have made it pass by? Probably, but I decided we're going to do another coat. So don't worry on that. But you could almost do it. If you're going to distress it heavily, you could almost get by with one coat. Here's that other one. Again, please don't take offense. If you're like, I love this gourd the way it is. I love it too. But I was looking for things that were not farmhouse necessarily that we could turn farmhouse, right? So it doesn't mean that it's not beautiful. It just means that we're going to try to transform it and see. And it could give you an idea on other things that you would do. And I'm doing, again, same song, third verse. Same thing. We're going to just paint it. This one, because it didn't have a lot of dark colors, absolutely could go with one coat, like easily. Look how fun. And again, if you get Dixie Belle paint, and this is not paint, I just love the stuff. If you get it, you'll notice it is really thick. One of the downsides is it is so thick that it dries out easy in the jar. But whatever. I made sure to use my heat gun and I dried each of the things. And then see with this dry, it really did need another coat. So I just did another coat of the Dixie Belle paint. And again, it went on really well. You just want to make sure that your first coat is really dry before you add the second, because if you're doing it on glass, it could have the effect of peeling the first layer off or smudging it. So just make sure your first layer of paint is just really dry before you go on to the next one. Look at how fun though. Look at the difference between that first coat and the second, like night and day, right? Love that. again, I didn't have to do that second coat, but I figured, why not? And then this one, I'm like, there's no reason. I only did a little bit because I was like, this is a waste of my time. I didn't need to do a second coat on that. And I did not do a second coat on the squirrel. I think the only second coat I did on the squirrel was the eyeball because it was really dark and it was kind of popping through just a little bit. Then I made sure that this was really dry before I move on. Now I have some of this wax. It's brown. I've used this before, and I have this sponge. You can tell I've used this a lot. I put the wax on it, and then I started on the bottom just to make sure that I was going to like it. That's another tip for you. You're welcome. I always start at the bottom, and if I don't like it, then I can kind of abandon the mission and pivot. But this one I didn't need to. So I started putting it on, and I was like, ooh, I might have gone awry here. So then I decided, okay, we're going to wipe it off. And it was not doing well at all with trying to wipe it off. It just sucked right into that paint. So then I decided to take my little cloth and I was going to just mist it with a little bit of just plain water. I didn't want to have it soaked, but you want to have it a little bit. And look at what happened when I did this. Look at how cool it looks. It made it like that farmhouse distressed. Oh, I love it so much. I know some of you are not liking this. That's okay. You don't have to do it. But for me, I was like, yes, please, and thank you. And so we're going to do the same thing with the pumpkin. And now I'm not afraid. Like before I was like, oh no. Now I'm like, yeah, let's go. We just went all in on it. Same thing with this one. I just misted my cloth just a little bit so that we could get it to get into the nooks and crannies and not be so bold. And, I didn't want all that brown on it like that. But look at how cool it looks. I am so excited. Now, and the other nice thing about the farmhouse primitive kind of vibe is if you mess it up and it gets dinged or a little too dark, it's okay. Nobody's going to notice. They're going to think it's on purpose. You're welcome. So then lastly, we're going to do the squirrel, and I just love how the wax kind of just makes it look so awesome. Love this. Love this. Again, my original plan was to sand the squirrel, but then I decided I wanted them all to kind of matchy match. And so I just used my sponge with the wax on it, and so happy. Now, again, you could go less, you could go more, you could sand it instead. There's so many different options. You could add a little bow. That would be, I should have done that. Darn it. But look at how pretty. I love them so much. And so for these, what I did was remember that tray I said in the beginning? So I had that tray, and don't worry, I'm going to show you how to make this candle thing. That's on Sunday. Don't worry. I'll show you. But for tonight, I'm just going to show you how I styled it. I put it on the tray. And if you don't like this tray, you could always add like a pretty napkin on the bottom so you don't see it. But oh my lordy, look how pretty that is. And then I added some of our Thanksgiving napkins. Again, coming up Sunday, you're going to see it. Stay tuned. And I put my salt and pepper shakers on it, and we're going to put this on our table. Look how cute this is. Are you kidding me? Oh, I love it at night. It's so pretty. So pretty. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for watching. I hope this inspires you. Well, there you have it. 3 ugly, bad, cutesy, bold, whatever. 3 transformations that we did with Dollar Tree stuff that were so easy. Friends, redoing stuff to meet your home decor style is so easy, and it doesn't have to be expensive. And you then get the pride of saying, I made it myself. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for being here. Let me know in the comments, 1, which one was your favorite? 2, are you going to be doing a tray for your Thanksgiving centerpiece like I am? And 3, did I go wrong? And if so, tell me how you would fix it. Anyways, friends, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any of the Crazy Pants DIY fun. Thanks again for being here, friends. And until next time.